Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is January 31st, 2024, a turn date of significance. A lot of exciting things going on today. Let's get into the markets. We're going to focus just on the ES today. A lot going on, but I want to show you guys first this hourly chart. There's a lot going on here, so let me get into this with you guys. First of all, these check marks and these purple dates are the turn dates from the late December high, and you can see it caught low, that high, that low, and we had a turn date of 131. I'll show you guys on a chart later, but that's what's going on there. The market is spinning off of that late December high. Just like it reminds me of 1999, I can still remember August 24th, 1999, the market hit what I called an orthodox top. It made a higher high in January of 2000, but the turn dates were effective, calling almost every high into the year 2006. It was like a 6 or 7 year Fibonacci time spiral that lasted. I'll dig that up and show you guys. I showed it on one of the previous Elliott Wave Hubs, which we're going to be doing February 13th, I believe it is. We'll get into that. But I also wanted to show you guys all the direct hits up and down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's off by 9. I didn't call it a direct hit. We're used to being off by 1 or 2. I guess we could, but it's irrelevant. We'll leave it there. We had a turn date of 131. Looks like this topped here on 130. A lot going on here too, but before I forget, our triggers and targets. We had a trigger way back here at 41.85. It's not even on the screen. I moved it up. That was activated just after the low in October. I think it was 3 days, 771 point gain up to that high. And then we had another upside trigger right here at 48.4150 once we passed that wave 1 high. And that was activated on January 19th, and we have 115 point gain in less than 2 weeks up to that high. Okay, and here we have it's really small, but a 1 here, a 2 down here, a 3 here, a fourth wave triangle here. We're looking for our move up. You can see a 3, 4, and a 5 for a larger wave 5 and a larger wave 3. That we'll get into it. Appears to be a truncated fifth. That was actually a double top at 49.5725. We were looking for something like that this morning, and you can see the target there was 49.66. Okay, if that is 3, these red lines here are the fourth wave retrace targets, and the 382 is over there at 48.7675. You can see it hit it. The 50% is 48.5175. And if this is 4, you can see I've got 1 or A, 2 or B, 3 or C. If this is 4, it should hold above the wave 1 high at 48.38 even. That's why that becomes a trigger. A move below 48.38 means this is not 4, it's something else. This does not look like a 4, it looks more like an impulsive wave. And you can see that's why I have the 1 and the 2 and the 3. If it is an impulsive wave, if this is the top or a high of significance, we can tell by the price action from that high. And if it is, we've got the 1, the 2. You can see this 3 has already broken the 1.00, where 3 is equal to 1 right there at 49.02. It has broken through the 1.618 at 48.80.75. You can see I've listed the 2.618, which it is near, which is just below that trigger, the 3.618 and the 4.618, okay, just in case. So we have everything covered. So we will get a new trigger here when and if this low is surpassed. We'll get those targets once that trigger is activated. We also have on the longer term a trigger down here at this 1.5 low at 47.02. So this upside trigger served us well. 771 points at $50 a point is nice gain. That's $50 for ES futures. Same here. That's a 115 point gain, and virtually no time. Okay, so we want to look at, this is our hourly. Let me get out of this. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I usually do top down, but I wanted to show this here. Okay, there's the previous all-time high in January, an A down, and the W, X, Y, and B. This could be a high of a bigger significance. You can see those triggers and targets there. Open gap here, open gap there. Let me make this bigger. There, it's a little bit easier to see. You can see the triggers and targets there and the alternate count in blue. Okay, this could be the Y wave high. It came in pretty close to the 1618. Actually, I had a 49.80 in there. I got 82. It's one of those two. But that's the bigger picture. But I want to get you guys to my, put out a pre-market open and a market close report today. I want to show you guys the market close. It's got everything on it. This will explain everything in more detail. There again is the Elliott Wave Hub we're doing on February 13th. If you click on that link, hit control and then left click, I'll put it also down in the description on the video. Okay, but you can register for that. There's 8 speakers. I'll be on at 10 a.m. and really good stuff. A lot of Elliottians, as I call them, and I'm honored to be on there, so looking forward to that. Here is that same hourly chart with the turn dates in here, okay, from that 1227 or 28 high, and you can see it has hit every one, and we're looking for a turn on January 31st. Looks like we got it a day early. So this one was a day early, the 21 day. The 34 day was a day early, and the 13 day was within 4 hours, and that's back here. Okay, but there is that next trigger. Again, here is the 1 or A down, 2 or B up, C, and the C is already taken on more than a 1.618, which portends bigger things ahead and further declines. Okay, so let's scroll down. There's a lot more information. There's the Fibonacci time spiral I told you guys about. Okay, yeah, this morning we were saying that move up, it was a double top at that high. I think I can show you guys right here. That 3 and that 5, I know they're small, but that's the same price, 49.57.25. It was double. Okay, so it was either a truncated fifth or something else, but it ended up being or an ending diagonal. Okay, so looked like a truncated fifth to us. That was achieved. This was from this morning's report. As you can see there, we're quoting ourselves. Okay, either way, this move is complete or nearly so, on or within 1 day of our January 31 Fibonacci turn date. Okay, if 3 is complete, then the wave 4 targets are. That was hit. That was the low so far. There we go. That was from this morning. That wave 1 high should hold at 48.38 if this is a 4th wave. Okay, that's why we got a few different things going on here. You can see there is that 48.38 high, and that becomes a trigger once it's hit. By the way, if and when that happens, it'll hit it. It'll probably move back above it before accelerating to the downside. So, you know, they want to take out the stops, right? If that's a trigger, they're gonna move it below and then probably take it up, wipe out the stops, and then really send it down. But that's the tricks that you get used to after all these years. Okay, so that was our quote from this morning's report. This is the market close report, and you can see. And this has been going on for years. You know, we look at turn dates. You can read this, but the people on TV, you know, they look for news, and then the market moves, and then after it moves, they tell you, oh, it was because the Fed did this or Powell said that. We've been looking for January 31st for quite some time. All right, since back in December, almost a month ago. We knew these turn dates in advance, and we have more in the future. So we were looking for something to happen, okay? And happen it did. But as some of our longtime subscribers say, and we have subscribers for 20, 25 plus years since the late 90s, they say, show us the wave count, we'll tell you the news. So they're used to looking at dates, Fibonacci turn dates, we've been doing forever, and then looking for something to happen that the press or the talking heads on the financial channels will say, oh, the Fed said this or they did that, and they were expecting rate cuts and they did whatever, fill in the blank, there's your news and here's the results. But again, we are before. Okay, so I'll just read this. The fact that the initial downside target was achieved this afternoon in a matter of hours, there is more room to the downside, okay? And this could be a high or a top of greater significance, okay, which leads to the new downside trigger, which we told you was the 48.38, okay? So this is 3 or C down, okay? It's already more than a 1.618 multiple. Was that a top of significance? We'll see. And here's what we've been looking at since that October low. Literally every day I look at the 1 and 10 minute charts and in between to look for a change in trend, basically for 3 months. I never saw one. So I kept saying there's no change in trend. We don't have a sign. We don't have a signal. We don't have confirmation. Well, the initial signal was achieved today. Okay, we got 5 waves down, followed by 3 waves up to a lower high, followed by 5 waves down to a lower low. And you can see here on this chart, there's the 5 waves down, 1 or A. There's the 3 waves up to a lower high. There's the 5 waves down to a lower low. And it looks like this is still expanding, if you will. I don't know if it's going to take on the 2618 or whatever. But that's the first signal. We haven't seen one of these since way back in October, which is off this chart. That was down there at the 1027 low on 2023. But anyway, we got the first sign. There's more. So our subscribers to the newsletter are going to be aware of this. They have been aware of this. But I'll just show you guys what we'll need to see more. There's the initial. Okay, so the next steps are, we've got that basically 1 down, 2 up, and 3 down. Now we see any rise would be a 4th wave, and it should hold below that first wave low. I think it's 49.23, 27, something like there. Yeah, I got 49.23 marked up there. So we need to see a move up below that low, and then another 5 wave decline below the wave 3 low, which now is 48.66. But again, I think it could be lower. It looks like it's still extending. Okay, so basically we need to see a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down. Need to see a 4 up with a lower high and a 5 down with a lower low. There's our wave 3 targets. There's our 2.618, 3.618. Again, that's on the chart. Is this a high of significance? Okay, another factor to consider is the high of 49.57 is a high of significance. And we'll go back to the daily chart here, okay, where we have that B wave high that we were looking for. And I want to show you guys, there's the recent triggers. That's the upside triggers. Very, very good. We got rid of those positions for rating services because there's no more rating services. But this is better for readers, subscribers, traders, investors, and all that stuff, okay? But I want to show you guys, I think I just updated this today. We had a target of 49.47 for that B wave high. Okay, look, I'm calling it complete. I just put that in there tonight just before going to press here, and I think we have that in here. Bear with me, it's pretty fresh and new. Yeah, okay, so wave B's price target of 49.47. The cash market hit a high of 49.31, and the futures hit a high of 49.57. So they surrounded it, they being the S&P cash and the S&P futures. So there's a chance that this is a high of significance, meaning the B wave high, meaning the C wave high will come down to near wave A or below it or just above it. We'll have to look at that as this internal wave count goes. But again, we got, in order of preference, we got wave pattern, wave price, and wave time. they're all lining up. Okay, so the time is unbelievable how this is hitting on our Fibonacci turn dates with a slippage, if you will, of 1 day max. We had 4 hours, the others were direct hits. So we're going to watch this unfold. I think that's about it on there. Okay, and let's leave you guys with, I think I covered everything. Here is the daily. I like the hourly. There's a lot more going on here, but this shows you in red the fourth wave retracements. Okay, if this 48.38 holds, then this is a 4 down. There's the 3 up. This would be a 4 down, and we'd get a 5 up to a higher high. And the target was 49.6650, but that's still in play unless and until this 48.38 high is taken out. Okay, but a great start for the Bears if you're looking for that. And a truncated fifth, you don't see those very often, so we'll see how this plays out. But fours are generally, see the triangle here, 4, and you see the 4 here. Okay, an ascending triangle, and this one is the same. This doesn't look like a 4. 4s are long and sideways with overlapping waves. It really looks impulsive. So we'll watch this play out. We may even know by tomorrow or even tonight with the futures. We'll see. So, all right, that's it for today. And until next time, take care, everyone.